Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole...
My great aspiration, my greatest ambition is to be so good. Now, in that way, I'm tiresome, as I suppose, to live with, because I want to be a fantastic human being.
I am the greatest. We're not disputing that, Cassius, but how does Sonny Liston feel about it? He can't feel but one way, and let's take everything I say and like it. Because February the 25th, I'm going to take back my job. I'm the champ. He's no champ. He's a tramp.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation.
If I'm a one-hit wonder, at least I got one, huh? At least I got something, really ain't me. The beat bumping, one song could change lives. Let's see something, one joke could save lives. We gon' keep coming, keep functioning, something out of nothing. Ball-wise, I'm top 300, get your favorite artist. I'll chop it up with mutton if they haters. Your ghost can be bludgeon if they for real. We getting money, so check BS minus Negroes, button everything authentic. Stupid shit I did it, punishing myself like my mom prison. No questions, no tea, not lifting. One time for tea, being broke wasn't living. One hit wonder, at least I got.
Peace, blessings, glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. Talk to me. Happy Thursday, people. We back. I hope the week has been well with you. I hope you're feeling grateful. You're alive, right? You shouldn't have no reason to complain. Well, you shouldn't have any reasons to complain. I mean, granted, you might be short on rent. Your tire might have went flat. Hell, somebody at work might have got on your nerve. But hey, man, real spill. I've gotten to a point, right? Everything could be going wrong, like completely wrong. And it's like at the end of the day, I'm still here. I can still laugh. I can still joke. There's comedy. There's great conversations. There are still decent people that I can interact with. I still got full usage of my limbs. I'm not sitting behind a cell for 30, 40 years for a crime I didn't commit. Feel me? There's people who got blown to smithereens, like bombs dropped on them. Like literally, you got family standing over their children. They lost arms, legs, projectiles from another part of the country hit their home and all type. Like, it's easy to get consumed and caught up with the negative stuff and forget how much privilege we have, how much mercy we have. There's always somebody going through worse. So I take this time out not to even focus on any of that stuff. You know what I mean? Give praise to the one who still allows us to go out here to work, to make a living, to do whatever it is that we have an interest in. Shout outs to my writers, my poets, my content creators. Arcana, salutes to you, sir. Glad you could make it again. Saturday 3/16. To the people who watched this video back, I got some stuff I got to address. I know the people thought I forgot, or I just was going to brush it aside, but nah. No. How I approached that conversation or that exchange with Miss Cargill, it wasn't proper, and I wasn't happy with it. But this time, I'm going to make sure that I do the best of my ability to acknowledge every single thing with class, with dignity. I'm going to show the public, I'm going to show the fans, I'm going to show you how you're supposed to deal with differences of opinions. All Black people aren't ignorant. We don't all have to throw up gang signs and call each other out our name in order for us to express ourselves or to show that there are different levels. Doesn't matter how much money you got or not. You dig what I'm saying? I got you covered. Tonight, though, I want to address the men specifically, but the women as well, but specifically the men. Because a woman with children is no longer on this planet because of an emotional, unstable creature. I got a clip I want to play for y'all. And shout out to Tiffany. She shared this with me earlier this week. And I wanted to address it sooner, but I had already had everything lined up. So I didn't want to rush it. I got it here. I'm going to bring it up on a big screen. I'm just going to share my 2 cents. Let me get my angle or my camera angle the way I want it. Share your thoughts. Let me know how you feel about it. I'm going to let it rock all the way out.
Mother and sister are in mourning as they care for the 3 young sons she's left behind. 2 of her sons, ages 9 and 5, were sitting in the back of their mom's Jeep and witnessed her being shot and killed.
The best thing that I can ask anybody to do is lift this family up and her 3 boys up to God.
A neighbor's surveillance camera captured part of what happened. Around 8:45 a.m., Franklin was driving her boys to school when a silver Mercedes pulls up alongside her, then in front of her, blocking her path. She's seen backing up her Jeep. Police say Franklin's estranged boyfriend, 43-year-old lawyer Deshaun McBride of San Pablo, gets out, walks up to her, argues with her for a few seconds, and shoots her. He can be seen walking back to his car and drives off in his Mercedes. Another neighbor, a woman, walks the victim's 2 sons away from the Jeep. Police credits neighbors with helping them identify McBride as the suspect.
It was broke my heart because it's the guy, whoever he did, they're doing in front of the children, this morning. I was really hurt. I can't believe it.
We're having a hard time dealing with this because most of us are parents, just like myself, and we just can't imagine having our children watch their mother be murdered.
The godmother of Franklin's 9-year-old son says she's spoken with the boy.
He said, I miss my mama. He killed my mama. And I miss my sunshine. That's what he calls his mom.
Franklin's family tells me she was in cosmetology school and her dream was to open up a nail and hair salon. Her sister says Franklin had been with the suspect for about a year, but moved from Oakland back to Richmond when that relationship ended.
He'd been stalking her for he pulled up on me the other day and asked him where she was at yesterday. And I saw him yesterday around 6 o'clock p.m.
Any information leading to finding this person who did this vicious murder of my child, please turn him in. If there's a wife or family member out there, you know him. You know where he's at. Turn him in, because that could have been your child. Her life was just stripped from her this morning.
Rashonda Franklin's mother and sister are in mourning as they care for the 3 young sons she's left behind. 2 of her sons, ages 9 and 5, were sitting in the back of their mom's Jeep and witnessed her being shot and killed.
The best thing that I can ask anybody to do is lift this family up and her 3 boys up to God.
A neighbor's surveillance camera
One year relationship didn't go the way that you wanted it to go. A woman is dead. Her children don't have a mom. You shot this woman in front of her kids. Now, I would like to believe we're all humans here. I don't think I'm talking to a robot. Can we all at least agree that nobody deserves to lose their life this way? Doesn't really make a difference what she said or how she made you feel. I have a huge problem with how weak men are in 2025. Between the way social media has painted this narrative that there are no use for men, how social media promotes and advertises the strength of independence from men, how we speak about women wanting to choose the bear, and how men are just complaining. What are you complaining about? You're broke, you're not working, you're not doing everything in your power to become the best version of yourself. How can you blame somebody else for you underachieving when it's your fault that you're not where you want to be at? How are you bitter and upset at women for not choosing you over somebody who is making X amount of dollars or whatever the fuck the case is? You still got a group of guys out here. You understand the gravity of what's going on. You see the division in the household. You see how they are systematically destroying us from the inside out. And yet and still, we're continuously playing this cat and mouse. Y'all pride and y'all ego always the number one accuser that comes and speaks up and says, hey, look, you see him? You see him? Yep. He's doing exactly what they say he's doing. You see him? Yep. That's why women need to stay far away from men. You see that guy right there? Mm-hmm. Yep. That's why we gay. That's why we're lesbians. That's why we switch teams. As much as we get up here, we do the red pill stuff. I do the shorts, I do the reels. You see hundreds and thousands of people talking about how women don't appreciate men, blah, blah, blah. Let's talk about how these men are so cowardice, so weak. They lack absolutely zero comprehension skills. They're spiritually deprived. They have no leadership, no morals, no principles. You're all disgusting deterrence. You are the representation for a group of people who sit here and say, this is the problem right here. You confirm it every day because you don't know how to control yourself. You don't know how to walk away. We all decide who we want to be with, how long we want to stay with the person, how much we want to invest in the person, whether or not we want to take them head on or we want to extract resources from them and use them and then go about our way. Human nature is so wish-washy. You cannot afford to go out here, have all of this bravado and arrogance and lack of education enter into people's lives. And because you never, ever was responsible or held responsible for your lack of mental, emotional, and spiritual maturity, you just get to decide how you respond to somebody who is not equally yoked to you. How does that happen? How are you a grown adult over the age of 25, over the age of 20 in general, and you don't have proper reasoning skills? Where's your mother and father in you? Where's the God in you? Where's righteousness in you? How can we make a case that there are still good guys out here in the world when you have grown adults so sensitive that they would unalive someone in front of their children? There's no excuse. You cannot tell me or give me any examples. I don't care if the person lied on a DNA test. I don't care if they framed you. You don't have the right to take somebody's life, especially in the manner that you did. I don't know what happened there. First of all, let me go ahead and say this. My condolences. I mean this from the bottom of my heart and soul. My condolences to the family. My condolences to the children. I don't even know if my bail works. Let me give it a try. Doesn't work. I might have to get that fixed. From the bottom of my heart and soul, I hope and pray they find him, they prosecute him, justice is served, not flawed. There's no loopholes that he can escape from. I don't give a fuck if he was black or white or Asian. He should never see light again. Put him behind the walls and let him rot in there. Fellas, what is going on with us? This wasn't even anybody other than this right here. It was us. What is wrong with y'all, man? Seriously. First of all, there are millions of women on this planet. We've already screwed ourselves over by sleeping around. Call a spade a spades. You live the life that you decide to live outside of God. Right or wrong. God didn't tell you to have premarital sex. He didn't tell you to have children out of wedlock. So we all have a purpose, something that is ingrained in us that can only be activated and brought to its fullest potential through the relationship between us and Jesus Christ. Most of us walk away from it. We forfeit it. From what I'm seeing, we decide to go out here in the world, go outside of the word, explore life the way that we want to. I mean, we all have the right to do that, right? Nobody puts the gun to us and say, you gotta stay in church and you gotta read the Bible and you gotta listen to Candace Owens and you gotta listen to Greg and you gotta listen to Arcana. Nobody is telling you to turn on YouTube and watch this and watch that for 3 hours. Go read your book, study. Nobody is putting anybody on any type of script or any type of routine. You have free will to do whatever the hell you want. Your family is supposed to be your tribe. They're supposed to love you and nurture you and raise you and chastise you and direct you in the ways of the Lord, and supposed to provide you sanctity and safety and give you all the tools necessary to go out here in the world and be a good citizen, a good husband, a good wife, a good worker, a spiritual leader. Your family is supposed to show you how to love. Your family is supposed to show you how to be strong and how to stand up against offenses and tyranny. Your family is supposed to be the first line of defense against spiritual wickedness. Your family is supposed to be the first line of defense against Jezebel spirits and liars and cheaters and robbers and thieves and haters. Your family is supposed to be the ones that break the generational curses, but it doesn't happen. A lot of it has been completely abandoned. The ideals, the principles, the laws, all disrespected, all mocked. Everybody is spitting in everybody's face. I'm corny, I'm boring, I don't have the right delivery, I don't have all the answers in front of me. I don't have a special playbook about how to do this and do that. But I do know one thing: your family is supposed to be the first ones to ensure that when you walk outside of those doors, I don't give a fuck who is outside of those doors. They are supposed to teach you about the world before the world teaches you about the world. And I don't know if it's because our family has completely failed us, our fathers and our mothers just absolutely gave up on trying to survive in a world that is cruel and ugly. I don't know if it's just that. I don't know if it's just the government that added on to this. I know it's spiritual. It's demonic. This brother is operating from a demonic space influence. What he did is an example of demonic influence. It's written all over the video. All over it. Matter of fact, this woman lost her life because a man couldn't accept the fact that he didn't want her no more, or she didn't want him no more. Whatever you want to phrase it as. She's gone. Her children, they have, I don't know how the fuck they're gonna recover from it. The shit, no. Let's run it back one more time. Let's run it back one more time for those who didn't get to see it. I'm disgusted. Men, this is not acceptable. You simps that are paying for OnlyFans, you simps that are not going to get help, you simps that are bitter and angry at your family, your mothers, your fathers, for not giving you the type of love that you needed so that you wouldn't be out here doing the stupid shit that you are doing. You need to be held accountable for your actions. You are a part of the problem. A huge part of the problem. Now, I want to play this one more time. She deserves that much. Matter of fact, share this video out. If you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, we need him off the street. We need him in jail. This ain't about popularity. This ain't about fame. This ain't about cool points, my nigga. This is about a weak ass guy that took somebody away from a family before her years were called. God didn't decide this for her. He didn't say it was time for her to go. He did not naturally bring her back to him. No. You played the judge and jury yourself. You intervened in something that you had no business intervening in. Let me play this. Unmute.
This morning.
Rashonda Franklin's mother and sister are in mourning as they care for the 3 young sons she's left behind. 2 of her sons, ages 9 and 5, were sitting in the back of their mom's Jeep and witnessed her being shot and killed.
The best thing that I can ask anybody to do is lift this family up and her 3 boys up to God.
A neighbor's surveillance camera captured part of what happened. Around 8:45 a.m., Franklin was driving her boys to school when a silver Mercedes pulls up alongside her, then in front of her, blocking her path. She's seen backing up her Jeep. Police say Franklin's estranged boyfriend, 43-year-old lawyer Deshaun McBride of San Pablo, gets out, walks up to her, argues with her for a few seconds, and shoots her. He can be seen walking back to his car and drives off in his Mercedes. Another neighbor, a woman, walks the victim's 2 sons away from the Jeep. Police credits neighbors with helping them identify McBride as the suspect.
It was broke my heart because it's the guy, whoever it did, they're doing in front of the children. This morning I was really hurt. I can't believe it.
We're having a hard time dealing with this because most of us are parents, just like myself, and we can't imagine. We just can't imagine having our children watch their mother be murdered.
The godmother of Franklin's 9-year-old son says she's spoken with the boy.
He said, I miss my mama. He killed my mama. And I miss my sunshine. That's what he calls his mom.
Franklin's family tells me she was in cosmetology school and her dream was to open up a nail and hair salon. Her sister says Franklin had been with the suspect for about a year, but moved from Oakland back to Richmond when that relationship ended.
He'd been stalking her for like, he pulled up on me the other day and asked him where she was at yesterday. And I saw him yesterday around 6 o'clock p.m.
Any information leading to finding this person who did this vicious murder of my child, please turn them in. If there's a wife or family member out there, you know him. You know where he's at. Turn him in, because that could have been your child. Her life was just stripped from her this morning.
Rashonda Franklin's mother and sister are in mourning as they care for the 3 young sons she's left behind. 2 of her sons, ages 9 and 5, were sitting in the back of their mom's Jeep and witnessed her being shot and killed.
The best thing that I can ask anybody to do is lift this family up and her 3 boys up to God.
A neighbor's
Now, what constituted that? What could you have possibly done to somebody for that result? Nothing at all. First of all, my nigga, that's weak as hell. You sitting up here stalking a female. You stalking. You're stalking. I don't know about nobody else. Look, fellas, man, if you don't take anything from what I say, focus on you, on what God wants for you to have, and not what the world wants you to have. What the world wants you to have, it does not equal up to what God has for you at all. There's no comparison. There's nothing that measures up to it whatsoever. I promise you. You can go out here and chase the dream. You can go out here and parlay and partake of all these different appetizers. This is not going to fulfill your soul to think the way that you think it is. Anything that's outside of God is guaranteed death, destruction, heartache, frustration, vexation, confusion. You will be in a whirlwind of miscellaneous perpetual agony. There is nothing stable about chasing after something that is not for you. Never has, never will be. You are not going to be that exception. You are no different than anybody else who ignores the one who gave them life to go out here after something that was not authorized to you, only to find out that they cheated on you, or they lied to you, or they manipulated you, or they were sleeping with somebody else. Well, who the fuck thought otherwise? I am surprised. I can't believe it.
How dare you?
Who would have thought that chasing after something that was never yours in the first place could ever end in the results of infidelity or deception or betrayal? Think we would have already figured this out. You're a grown-ass man stalking a woman when there's millions of women out here. I'm sure, matter of fact, put it this way, I'm 100% sure if you wasn't a fucking nut and you had your house in order, guess what? There's a woman out there that was better for you. Matter of fact, this one wasn't for you, my nigga. This woman that lost her life was not yours to have. There was a woman specific for you. You won't know that. You will never find out or see it because you wanted something that wasn't for you. And that just goes for the majority of you out here right now that you're angry and you're upset. You're not getting the results you want. You're pissed off because you ain't getting the women that you want in your life, and this, that, and the third. But in all reality, is you're worried about the wrong shit. You need to be worried about getting healthy, getting fit, getting spiritually in order, because God is coming back. Jesus Christ is coming back at some point. War, death, racism, black on black propaganda, social media, obstruction, injustices, you name it, everything is happening all at once, everywhere, all around us, from door to door, from house to house. Your family and your friends are turning on you. Everything is happening. You can't afford to keep on being out here bullshitting around. Did you get hurt as a child? Are you angry that your family didn't love you the way that you wanted? Are you upset that you were lied to all your life? Are you mad that you didn't have that brother fellowship type of thing going on? What's the problem? What is happening? Are you upset that everybody is turning on you, that life is hard? Yeah, life is fucking hard. You get rejected. Nobody is given everything. Some people have sold their soul. Some people work their ass off to get to where they get. Okay, what the fuck is your beef? What is your shit? Why won't you just go and do the homework, go into that quiet place and find out why you are the way you are, so that you don't end up being one of the folks that these women get up on these panels talking about? Oh, I choose the bear. I choose the bear. Men are weird. They're horrible. They're scary. You can't trust them. I guess not. I guess not. I guess you can't trust them. Every time I want to defend them or speak up for them, I can't. I gotta be unbiased, my nigga. You niggas is weird. You out here trafficking kids. You out here raping women. You out here doing all this fuck shit, beating, cheating, spreading STDs, all type of shit. Who the fuck raised y'all, man? Totally unacceptable. I don't get on the internet every single day just to argue. I don't come on here to argue at all. Matter of fact, I don't come on here to be your entertainment. I come on here to tell the truth and to be honest and to share my thoughts and opinions about things that I think is fucked up and need correction. I want to have open dialogue. I don't want people to be walking in the darkness. Hell, I want to be free from all the bullshit that keeps me from reaching my highest potential. I don't want to be an idiot. I don't want to be remedial. I don't want to sit up here and pretend to be something I'm not. I'm not trying to be famous. I just want to be me. I don't want men who are unsafe walking the streets. I don't want women who are unsafe walking the streets. I don't want criminals on the streets. I don't like the way that the government treats the country and the people in it. I don't like a lot of shit, but guess what? That's the world we in. And unfortunately, there are not enough decent guys getting a fair shot, because a subset of subhuman creatures roam the earth, breaking, entering, violating one of the most precious things that God has ever created. No wonder women are masculine. No wonder the propaganda works. No wonder the algorithm operates based on pain and misery and deception and manipulation. No wonder grifters get away with what they get away with. Y'all allow these grown ass men to continue to roam the streets freely. on the behalf of all men who still have some good in their heart and still walk with some level of decency, ladies, I apologize. You don't deserve to be harassed and fondled on. You don't deserve to lose your life over someone's lack of emotional maturity. Nobody should be putting their hands on you because you said something out of pocket. This woman tried to avoid the confrontation. He cut her off, got out the car, and started arguing with her because she didn't want nothing to do with him. She was trying to avoid him. You got out your car, walked up to her, shot her in front of her kids, and left like it was nothing. You have absolutely no respect for me or any man with a soul. Karma will catch up to you just like it will catch up to every other guy out here who thinks that women owe them. If you feel entitled to vagina, you need your head examined. Nobody's entitled to nobody's body. Nobody is entitled to anyone's personal space. Who are you? I go where I want. I invest in who I want. You can't stop somebody from being what they are. You can't control another. Like that, the shit don't even make no sense. So what you're telling me is you're gonna force a motherfucker to stay with you. How's that gonna work out? The whole time y'all together, the woman, her passion ain't there. Her lack of participation is abysmal. There's no real love, no real. She's a prisoner. She's just there. She's just a body there. You really satisfied with that? Like y'all would rather have somebody there that don't really give a fuck about you than not to have them at all. When you could actually, I don't know, do things that are healthy and would put you in a position to actually have somebody around you that would actually give you what you're asking for out of it. I'm not about to sit up here and waste a fucking day pouring into anybody who is not going to pour back into me the way that I pour into them. That shit don't make no sense. You can just go the fuck on. Get away from me. I don't want you around me. You ain't for me. That's cool. I'm good with that. I'm 40 plus. You like what you like. You invest in what you invest in. You reap what you sow. Everything works hand in hand. Why don't y'all understand that? Y'all that like you're that infatuated. That's what it is. You're infatuated. You're not even really into the person. You're just lustful for the person. You don't really want them for the human that they are. You want them because of their body. That's why y'all be getting all weird and crashing out and shit. Because the box, the vagina, the viscous innards is satisfactory or is extra acceptable. But y'all don't even care about the person's personality. You don't care about their spiritual awakening, or you don't care about none of that other shit. Y'all niggas just be fixated on that person's body and physique. And then you end up dead or in jail, or you end up taking the life of somebody because of your infatuation. Y'all niggas need therapy. That shit crazy, man. I don't know if that was or wasn't. It seemed like the way that the young man was talking about, he was already like watching for her or whatever. And he couldn't get close enough to her until that particular day. And he had to be somewhere watching her car from a distance, and then he just decided that he was going to pull up on her. The man did the shit in broad daylight. So you already know he was watching for a good minute before he decided to go and do it. He had every intention. Whatever that exchange was between them, yeah. He already decided before he got in his car that was going to be her fate. That's crazy. Ladies, I ain't him. I'm not. I love women. I love y'all. I know all y'all ain't for me. Shit. 20 years ago, I would have been trying to sample everything. I was wild as shit. I'm older now. I don't look at life like that. Like, my relationship with God means more to me. My salvation means more to me than to be out here running the street. That and plus, I'm not gonna play second to nobody. I refuse to be an option. I would never put a woman in that position either. I know damn well I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm cool with that. I can admire you from a distance. Like, you ain't into me, go ahead. I'll walk off and go on about the matter of fact, like, that ain't even me anyway. I'm not chasing after shit now, but I'm good on rejection. Rejection is my protection. Rejection just means that I'm being saved from something. I'm cool. You only learn that stuff as you get older. Wisdom, experience. And a lot of y'all dudes, y'all don't understand, you know what I'm saying, like, what's really good. Shit is sad, bro. Nah, man. That's not it. That's traumatizing. In front of your kids, though. Just like earlier this week, the woman shot the other lady outside the PetSmart or some shit because of her opening the door, not saying thank you or some weird shit like that. Like, what? Nah, man. We got to get it together, bro. Like, for real. There's no way that people should not be walking away. She should have been able to go on her destination and live her life. She had goals and dreams. She had things that she was trying to get done. It was absolutely that. It was 1000% a hit, bro. It was. We can't even sit here and say it wasn't. That man was angry. He was tortured. He couldn't comprehend the fact that that lady would never be with him again. And don't even leave out all the other stuff that happened to him in his life that absolutely rewired the way that he sees life. He was done. The voices in his head, they absolutely took over. 1000%. He Satan talks to you up here and talks to you through your flesh. This is what it, matter of fact, this is what it looks like when the principalities of darkness is allowed to manifest itself through the vessel of a human being. When a human being has no word in them, has no God in them, and they're susceptible to the wiles of the imaginations that are created within their spirit. This is what happens when you decide to live for the flesh. You don't even realize that you're being manipulated and controlled until it's all over with and you're behind that cell or you're in that ground, and then you have to realize, oh, life is over. The lights are out. I'm in the ground. There's no more breath in my body. We're not here on the podcast. We're not on YouTube no more. We are actually deceased. Our spirits are out of our body, and we don't have resources to go to. I can't go to Arcana. I can't go to Nancy or Phil or Drew or Billy. I can't talk to nobody else no more. My spirit is disconnected from this vessel. I'm gone. Everybody else is still walking the planet, living life, still complaining, still bitching about what's happening in their own house. You are no longer here. You cannot negotiate resurrection, my nigga. Once you are out of that body, you are out of that body. Satan done snatched so many people, so many of us, by making people feel or believe that he doesn't exist. We know evil is real. We see it every day. This is just another example. I wish that there was a way, and to be fair, I honestly believe she tried her best to get out of that, right? Because if she wasn't really trying to get away from him, he wouldn't have been stalking her. More could have been done. Why wasn't he in jail? Why wasn't he arrested? What else could have happened? It felt, from what I saw, she tried. She was trying to move on with her life. I don't know how much of a bad, like, if we calling it a spade, I'm not even going to front and say she was probably the perfect angel. She probably wasn't. None of us are. She probably had her stuff. Rest in peace. She still didn't deserve that. And on top of that, she was trying to get the fuck away from him. Something had to be off with him. A whole year. You're with this guy a whole year. I wonder what that was like. Was Was it half and half? Was 6 months of it good, 6 months of it bad, or was all of that whole year just fucked up? Or maybe just 1 month of it is good. You found out how crazy it was, but the nigga was so possessive and so mentally out of his fucking mind that he had you trapped and you didn't know how to get out of it. But you found a way out of the shit after a year, got away. He wasn't having it. That's crazy. That's fucking nuts, bro. Don't ever let a person tell you twice that they ain't really into you. Ever. Once they show you one time, let it be that one time and then go on with the rest of your day. You don't want nobody that don't want you. So all you're doing is setting yourself up for disappointment. You know how dumb and how goofy that is? Like you with a person and you all happy and all that. They giving you 30, 40%. You giving them 120%. You got to overcompensate for the imbalance there. The entire, you know how dumb that shit look? I'll pass on that. Unrequited love is the worst. Ain't nothing worse than dealing with people who really ain't into you. They just there out of convenience or pity. Nah. Fellas, man, y'all making it. You just doing too much. You're making it worse and worse and worse. We supposed to be protectors and providers, and we supposed to be doing all of this manly stuff. We supposed to be the leaders in the household and blah blah blah. And y'all, a lot of y'all are sick, man. Y'all lost, y'all confused. You need guidance. You need healing. You need prayer. You need holy water. You need a whole lot of something, and you're not getting it because y'all still out here doing the most. You got black men looking bad. We got men in general looking bad. Fortunately, we do have women out here that are not so indoctrinated that they know that all men ain't like that. But there's a large group of them that they turn on the news and social media and they see this shit and they just are just more convinced that everybody is the same way. I hope and pray like she had 3 boys. I don't know if that's going to make them want to protect women more or less. I don't know how that's going to mentally change them. I hope and pray her grandmother and I mean her mother and like the godparent and the folks that they still have, which is thank God they still got family, man. I hope and pray, man, that they get the help and the healing. I hope and pray that they catch that dude. I hope this live stream and this conversation, man, humbles folks. Like, this ain't even about nothing else but humility and checking yourself at the door, man. We not perfect. We ain't God's gift to women, and rejection is not a bad thing. Getting involved and investing in things that's not for us is definitely not a good thing. I want to say shout outs to the people. Shout outs to the people. Arcana, Greg. I appreciate y'all. I hope and pray that these type of conversations spark more conversations outside of this space, because there's a huge disconnect between the brothers. There's a huge disconnect between us and the women, and we are broken, man. A lot of us are broken, and mental illness is a real thing. Spiritual sickness is a real thing. So if you think you got it bad, think about this woman right here. Think about them children right there. You got anger and bitterness and hatred in your heart. Think about them kids and that mom. Much love to everybody. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. Lord willing, I will be back tomorrow morning. You guys drive safe, sleep well. Hug your loved ones. Be grateful for who you still got in your life. And if you got a second, share the video out. We need justice for them kids, man. If not anybody else, them kids deserve some type of closure for this. Yeah, I'll take it easy. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
If I'm a one-hit wonder, at least I got one, huh? At least I got something, really ain't me. The beat bumping, one song could change lives. Let's see something, one joke could save lives. We gon' keep coming, keep functioning, something out of nothing. Ball-wise, I'm top 300, get your favorite artist. I'll chop it up with mutton if they haters. Your ghost could be bludgeon if they for real. We getting money, subtract BS minus Negroes, cutting everything authentic. Stupid shit I did it, punishing myself like my mom prison. No questions, no T not lifted. One